book of Colossians 3:23 says, "Work willingly at whatever you do, as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people." And today I'm just grateful for my wife and my children. I'm grateful for friends and all of you kingdom citizens and everyone God has connected me to and connected me with and all the opportunity and blessings He's given me. Um, in this part of the scripture, it's a it's a very strong reminder of that aligns with purpose, right? Um, you see, the author says to you, or says to us, the Apostle Paul tells us, right, that we must work willingly. Number one, meaning that when we show up, we have to show out. Like we don't just show up to do a job, or like we don't go somewhere like we're being forced to do it. Because see, the reason why I think that he says this is because I don't I I'm one of those believers that you know God has not placed us on earth to be miserable. God hasn't placed us in a position to be miserable and to live in misery and to be somewhere that be uncomfortable. Because you know what they say, idle time is the devil's playground. And that's the thing about it. When you someplace that you don't like to be there, like you find a lot of idle time. You find a lot of time to like not be focused on searching for your purpose, if indeed this is your purpose of what you're doing. And that's why he asks us to work willingly, right? On at whatever you do. And that just means that, we have free will in what we do. So he says to work willingly to do it. Like, let's do it because this is what you want to do. That you've made up your mind that this is what you want to do. If you get up every day and you go on somebody's job and you don't like or the boss doesn't like you, or they try to make your environment comfortable, you go there willingly because this is what you want to do. This is aligned with your purpose, right? But the most important thing that he says in this particular part of the scripture is though he says not only to work willingly at whatever you do, he says work as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people, right? Which means that if you are somewhere, whatever it is that you do, whatever profession, that's because he says whatever it is that you do, whether it's your profession, whether it's at home, whether it's something that you do for yourself, whether it's you doing the lawn in your house, right? You don't do it and you don't beautify that because you want to impress people. You do it because you want to show God that you're a good steward of everything that He has blessed you with. If you go to wash your car, like just don't wash it because you feel as though you want people to see your car looking nice and pretty. Wash your car because you want to show God that, listen, man, I'm so grateful that you gave me a car that I'm going to take care of it. Then I'm going to make sure that it's nice and clean, God, because you know what? You blessed me with this. I could have been walking, I could have been catching the bus. So whatever we do, we have to remain viable stewards of it. And we have to be able to not only just protect it, but take care of it. And remember that whatever we do, we have to do it for God. Thank you, everyone, for the opportunity to speak. I'm Kerry, and I relinquish my mic back to the moderator.